Profiteering in a war zone, economic exploitation in occupied Ukraine. A strategic analysis of Chinese and Iranian involvement. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine presents a complex geopolitical landscape, punctuated by instances of economic exploitation within Russia-occupied territories. This analysis examines the burgeoning economic activity facilitated by Chinese and Iranian companies operating in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, highlighting the strategic implications of this engagement and potential repercussions for international sanctions efforts.
The situation demands immediate scrutiny to understand the extent of this activity and its impact on the conflict trajectory.
The shifting sands of economic influence. A critical examination of regional economic control. The November 2023 agreement between Chinese companies Zhongxin Heavy Industrial Machinery and AMA Construction Machinery and the People's Republic of Donetsk represents a significant shift in economic control within the occupied territories. This contract, ostensibly for stone-crushing machinery, underscores a deliberate circumvention of international sanctions and highlights the willingness of actors to operate within a highly contested and legally ambiguous environment.
The involvement of separatist leaders, coupled with the display of national flags, demonstrates a calculated effort to legitimize operations and gain access to resources within the region.
Strategic mechanics of economic leverage. Deconstructing the dynamics of regional economic control. The operation of Chinese companies like Zhongxin and AMA within the Karansky Quarry and the Azov seaport of Mariupol reveals a multifaceted strategy of economic leverage. These companies are supplying critical construction materials and telecommunications infrastructure to Russia-backed authorities, directly contributing to the reconstruction and reinforcement of occupied territories.
Furthermore, the installation of over 6,000 Chinese-made relay stations, as documented by the Eastern Human Rights Group, indicates a deliberate effort to bolster communication networks within the occupied zones, facilitating logistical support and potentially aiding military operations. The quiet, often undocumented, nature of this economic activity, reliant on statements from separatist officials, suggests a calculated attempt to avoid scrutiny and maintain operational secrecy.
Projected consequences and strategic imperatives. Forecasting risks and defining future responses. The continued operation of Chinese and Iranian companies within Russia-occupied Ukraine presents significant strategic risks, fundamentally altering the economic landscape and exacerbating the conflict's duration. The yuanization of the local economy, as identified by the Hague, represents a considerable challenge to Western sanctions, demonstrating a capacity for adaptation and resilience within the occupied territories.
Moving forward, a comprehensive reassessment of sanctions enforcement is crucial, coupled with intensified intelligence gathering to expose and disrupt these illicit economic activities. Proactive measures, including targeted sanctions and collaborative efforts with international partners, are essential to mitigate the strategic advantage gained by these actors and ultimately secure just and lasting resolution to the conflict.